Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome City Vision's presenter, Ryan Gravel.
Wow. Good morning, y'all. It's an honor for me to be here. I only got 3 minutes, so I'm going to go faster. I'm going to jump into it. After a college year abroad in Paris, I became obsessed with the role of infrastructure and its role in shaping our way of life. That obsession got even worse as over the next 16 years as my graduate school thesis from 1999 became real. The Atlanta BeltLine made its public debut in the summer of 2001 as an idea to reclaim a loop of old railroad circling downtown as for a new purpose, for transit, for a multi-use trail, community revitalization, economic development. Over the years, it expanded greatly to include 1,400 acres of new parks, affordable housing, public health, public art, an arboretum, and a list that continues to expand today, including new layers of ideas for things like playscapes and pollinators and farmers markets. So the idea continues to grow. It started as a grassroots movement because the people of Atlanta fell in love with a vision for their future. They made it happen. They owned it. And they expanded the idea beyond what any of us thought was even possible in the beginning. Their early buy-in not only galvanized the movement, it compelled us and even obligated us to build the project. And we're in the early stages of implementation, and the early results are really staggering. That's a great story, right? Amazing. But similar stories are happening everywhere. Everywhere I go, ordinary people are reinventing old infrastructure for a new purpose. They're reclaiming abandoned railroads, industrialized waterways, obsolete roadways, and transforming them into a new vision for the future, new conduits for urban life. So whether it's the High Line or Queensway here in New York, or the Los Angeles River revitalization, these innovations are not only changing the physical form of their cities, they're changing the way that we think about the places we live and the decisions we make and the expectations we have about living there. In the last century, we saw a similar cultural transformation really transform our way of life, a cultural momentum. Millions of decisions were made by millions of people over an extended period of time. And we were building the foundation for urban sprawl at that time, but we didn't call it that. We called it the future. And it was. So today, when I watch my kids' worldview being shaped by the Atlanta BeltLine instead, it's amazing and it's exciting to wonder what else is possible for our future. Can we reinvent the infrastructure that has delivered traffic, pollution, blight, and sprawl, and instead leverage those conditions as assets in the transformation of this world into the places that we want to live? I'm convinced that we can because of our success in Atlanta, both locally and globally. We can act on hope for our future. We can build a better infrastructure, a more life-affirming foundation for our future. And in the face of daunting challenges like climate change and epidemics for obesity and spiraling inequities and political polarization, we can decide that our inevitable change is the best energy and opportunity to create the places that we want to live. So thank you for having me today. Thanks.